This morning, we're going to talk about how I got into real estate. And so, pretty interesting story. 20 and a half years ago, I was out to dinner with a very good friend. He's always on here watching me live. Wonder if he will be on today. At dinner with a very good friend, and he said to me, Maria, you would be so great as a realtor. And I wasn't very convinced at first. So we talked about it a bit, and at the time, I was selling radio advertising for 95.7. It was Jam and Gold then, and I'd been in that industry for over 10 years. I was very successful selling air, literally air. It was an interesting, very interesting career. But nonetheless, so I was doing that, and I was kind of disillusioned with it. I wanted to do something else. I wanted to have more control over my destiny financially. And so I met with Peter's business partner at the time, talked to him for about 2 or 3 hours, and asked all kinds of questions about the industry. And I thought, wow, maybe this is something that I could do. And so I did a little bit more talking with some people, talk with my family. Of course, they thought I was Looney Tune. Why would you give up a career you've been at for a decade? You make very good money. You have benefits, 401k, all of it. And so in December of 2003, I decided that I was going to pursue my real estate licensing. So in January was the first opportunity that I could take to take the class. It was the next classes coming up. Nothing was online. You had to go to the school. And at the time, it was a 60-hour course. Not too bad. So I went on the weekends in January, 3 weekends, and finished by the end of January. And then you had to wait to get your transcript. They actually had to mail it to you. Imagine that. You had to wait for the mail to come, for you to get your transcript, and then you could go schedule your test, which I did. I guess it was probably by this time, it was in March, around now. So I am like just literally hitting my 20 years in real estate. It's so crazy. I really can't truly believe that it's been 20 years. And I learned so much along the way. So much. I learned so much about myself. I learned much about people. Every year, I feel like I'm growing and learning, and you never stop learning. Always continue to learn, to pursue your dreams. I don't know what's next in store for me, and I'm not saying that I'm leaving real estate, but I know I have something else. I have something else, and I'll always be in real estate. And I do love some other things that I involve in inspiring and motivating people. That's just all part of being in real estate. So it's 20 years. I'm going to be talking more about this all this week and into next, because there's a lot of lessons that I learned along the way. And this is one lesson that I want to leave you with today. Around 2012 or so, I had hit the goal, my big goal financially. And I literally remember opening up my 1099 and looking at it and saying, and I literally did this, looked all around. And I said, is this it? Wow. And so from that day on, what I learned was it's about enjoying the journey and not comparing yourself to others, because comparison is the thief of joy. But enjoying the journey along the way, enjoying where you are right now, knowing where you are, because that's where you're supposed to be at this time. And you still have things to learn and do. We always do. It doesn't matter what level you're at. You have every level has its devils, as they say. And so within the last 20 years, I've learned a lot. And the one thing I'm sharing today is that you need to enjoy the journey. Enjoy the day today. Make it your best day. How can you inspire somebody today? How can you assist somebody today in getting better? How can you give of yourself and be in contribution and give it back? Give everything back. What can you do today to make a difference in somebody else's life? I get a jam-packed day. I have my daily huddle here at 8:30 with our team. We do it every day, 8:30. We go over our commitments. Well, how was our day yesterday? What did we accomplish? What's on board for today? Then I have my coaching call. Then a meeting. I have a business meeting. My phone's going crazy already. And I have 4 listing appointments. I'm doing 2 podcasts today, having 2 guests on. And I'm going to a networking event tonight. And I have to make calls. And I have to do comps for tomorrow's listing. So jam-packed day. I started about an hour and 15 minutes ago. But your life is what you make it. And it's your life. And you get to decide. And if you're not where you are, just look in the mirror and say, what am I going to do to change it? And if there's anything ever I can do to support you, I am here to support you. I'm here to support people that want to do better, that want to be in excellence, that want more for yourself. With that, God bless. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Talk to you later.